evening, ladies, and thank you so much for consenting to come and share with us, Sunrise Ministries, your love and your appreciation for our pastor and Pastor Mackenzie. We bless God for 20 years as we celebrate our 20th pastoral anniversary. So I saw it fitting to bring the three of you to come and share from your heart what they mean to you and what they should mean to us, the church. So my first question, Sister Aisha, how important is it to honor pastors and their wives?
Well, I would say that it is important to honor our pastor and their wives, because when we honor our pastor and our wife and their wives, it shows a sense of respect and honor to God. The way that we serve them, because they serve us, it shows that we take appreciation, that we appreciate them for what they do and for what God has placed them here to do. You know, some organization and churches, the pastors aren't honored, or they don't feel honored and appreciated. And so when we honor our pastors and their wives, we show that we love them, we appreciate them, and we show that we are, thankful for what they do for us. And it is just not that it's not going unnoticed, but that we do notice and we're thankful for what they do.
Thank you, well said. Ladies, starting with Sister Khadijah, since being a member of this church, what's one important principle you have learned being a member of this church?
To display godly love.
Okay. Sister Juliana?
A principle that I've learned since being a member of Sunrise would be to live a godly life.
Wonderful. Sister Aisha?
Well, one thing that I've learned is that the word is important. We see that with our weekly Bible studies, it is a deep dive into the word. And so the word is taken very seriously in Sunrise, and it's important.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, and I agree with each of you. My next question, if you can tell me one thing, tell the membership, what is one thing we should all pray for our bishop and Pastor Mackenzie, starting with Aisha?
We should pray for unity, that, that the love between them remain together.
We should pray that their focus continues to remain on God. It is a blessing that after 20 years, they're stronger than ever. They love God. They labor for God. You see with many pastors, they fall away or they lose the love of it and these different things. But our pastor and our bishop, they continue to love and labor for God passionately. So I think we should continue praying for that.
Sister Khadijah?
That God would continuously lead them and guide them as they do the work of the Lord.
Amen. Amen. Another question. How well have Sunrise Ministries honored our servant leaders throughout the years that you know of? How well have we as a church honored them through the years as they pastor us from year to year?
As a recent member of Sunrise, I would have caught the last one, and I felt as though Sunrise Ministries did a great job in terms of planning and honoring them during the service, along with having pastors come and preach and speak for them, and then at the end of the service, we honor them with gifts. So I think that's really amazing to bless them like that.
Over the years, well, I've been here for a few years, and over the years, I've seen where we have done different trips and we have given different gifts to show honor to them. And I would say that over the years, Sunrise has definitely honored them tremendously.
Well, I've been here from a little girl.
Yes, you have.
And from the time I was here, we have been honoring them from I was a little girl until adulthood. So I think we've been doing an awesome job with honoring them or showing our appreciation for them.
Amen, amen. And my last question, ladies. what has stood out to you during the pandemic in regards to their leadership? We know churches were closed down. Most of the members didn't come back right away. What stood out to you in regards to their leadership during the pandemic? Now, we know Sister Julie Anna was not a part of us then, but for those who was, what stood out during the pandemic? What were their roles and how did they play it?
Well, I came at the end of the pandemic, but I did know Pastor McKenzie because we worked together. And what stood out to me was, even though many churches were closed, I knew for a fact that Bishop McKenzie was in the church on Sunday mornings, and he had service virtually. And I can say that it was a tremendous impact because ultimately that's what made me came back to church, and that's what made me give my life to the Lord, because I then came in with Pastor McKenzie and I started to pray on some of the days that, you know, the church were open or after work. And so from the coming on the Sundays or going out and giving in the community to those who didn't have, going to give to the members and their neighbors, all of it, I would say that was a great impact. I knew that I was in the church at the time, and the pastor would, we weren't getting that. And so for me, I thought that was an awesome job. And so, you know, it made me want to go back to church. It made me want to, you know, get my relationship with God together. And so I did.
Thank you. So, ladies, are you ready to celebrate with the entire membership for our 20th anniversary?
Yes.
Yes.
we
Are you ready to celebrate with us?
Yes.
So there you have it, Sunrise. We are blessed to have servant leaders who are on the wall, who are dynamic duo serving God with all their hearts. This coming June, the end of this month, 27th, Thursday, June 27th, we'll be right here in the house at 7 p.m. And then on June 30th, on that Sunday morning, 10 a.m., we'll have our guest speaker, Dr. Sullivan McKenzie, all the way from Florida, coming to share with us. And Pastor Ivan Ford Butler Jr. will be our guest speaker on that Thursday. And then Sunrise Ministries, July 2nd, on that Tuesday night. In-house, we'll have our appreciation dinner. Do not miss any of the celebrations as we celebrate the gift God has given to us in the persons of Bishop Sean S. McKenzie and Pastor Vernica McKenzie. We love you. God bless you. And see you the 27th, the 30th, and July 2nd. Good evening.